We're a family of 5 with 3 kids, 3 and under, all in car seats. And this past Christmas, my husband surprised me with a huge surprise of a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo. And so I'm gonna be giving you guys a full review of my new mom car. I'm gonna be having drone footage, interior shots, and just showing the bells and whistles of the car. I also give it a drive test, so you're not gonna wanna miss that. But first, I'm gonna be sharing the surprise because it did not go to plan. Real life happened. It wasn't this big magical thing as much as I wish it would have been. You're not gonna wanna miss out on the story, I promise. So, with that being said, let's start this video. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the surprise because I try to stay as real as possible on this channel, and the surprise was just so funny how it played out. So to give you a backstory, we have a 2007 red GMC Acadia that we've had since we've gotten married, and it breaks down all the time, but it's paid off. So we have made a deal with each other that we're like, we're going to run this till it dies. We're just going to keep fixing it, and it's paid off, and we're saving money. And we loved that, and so we're just like, we're just gonna keep it till it dies. So a week before Christmas comes, my car breaks down, and so we have to borrow my mom's truck, his dad's truck, and it was just a really big inconvenience. But he had me fooled, my husband had me fooled, that we're just gonna fix it again, because it was breaking down like every month at that point, and so that was just like routine for us. I was like, okay, it's gonna get fixed. Like, I was not anticipating a new car whatsoever. And it comes to Christmas Eve, and we're taking a car ride, and I'm prone to getting car sick, and I start feeling really car sick, like really car sick. And the thing that pushed me over the edge was a car wash. We went through a car wash. There was a lot of sounds and motion happening, and I was like, you need to pull into this bank. I'm gonna throw up. And I just throw up everywhere. It was gross. And so we get home, and I'm like, it must have just been car sickness. But I didn't really feel relieved after I did that. And so I get home, and I'm just like a wreck. I'm not good. It was the stomach flu. It was not being car sick. And I'm throwing up all night on Christmas Eve, and I spend the night on the bathroom floor. And while I'm on the bathroom floor, my 2-year-old son starts throwing up, and my poor husband is taking care of me. He's taking care of our 2-year-old. Like, the house is just in shambles. And I still am just like amazed at how well my husband did. I'm not just saying that just to say it, like, he did amazing taking care of us and like just handling it very quick and like calm. So it's Christmas morning, and I'm just not feeling good, as you can imagine. I'm super weak and just out of it acting, but I knew I wanted to celebrate Christmas, and I wanted the kids to have like a good experience and not have me be the damper of the party. So we open up all our Christmas presents, and then my husband goes and turns on the TV and does like airplay. So there's a video of him on our TV, and he's talking on this video, and that's when I noticed something's weird, because my husband doesn't get behind the camera. He's not want to do that. And so I was like, what? Because he had like a really sweet family message to us, and I was like, this is so sweet. What in the world?
This year. So I just wanted to tell you guys that you guys are a bunch of champs for making it through it, and thanks for supporting Daddy. And I know I'm gone a lot, and I really miss you guys when I'm gone. So I hope we have a great day, and we should talk about the real meaning of Christmas, because it's not just about the present.
And then he's like, okay, we need to get ready, and we need to go downstairs. And for me to even go downstairs was a lot, because I could hardly, like, seriously could hardly walk. I was so weak. And I make it downstairs.
Did Mama get a new car? Go look at it.
Are you serious, babe?
Come check it out.
And there's a new car, my dream car. Like, I've always wanted a Jeep, and a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo is down with a big red bow. And then he's like, yeah, just check out the trunk space. When? Oh my gosh, we're going to Disney. and when I check out the trunk, there's Disney shirts for all the kids in the back. And he's like, we're going to Florida, and I have some footage of that. But I couldn't believe it. It was like the biggest shock. I was so convinced we were just gonna get my old car fixed, and to receive that was like a dream. I was just crying, and I'm just so thankful that Christmas Eve my husband just really showed up, and he's a hard worker. He provides really well for us, and he just gave me the most intentional, loving gift. And I have a lot to say about him, but I'll just leave it at that I'm just really thankful. So going on, it wasn't just picture perfect. I was in my pajamas, like just got done throwing up all night, looked terrible, but wow, what a way to make my Christmas morning, that's for sure. So with all that story behind us, now I'm gonna give you the car review. This is a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo. Laredo is going to be the more affordable, less expensive option for you, limited, and also L with the Grand Cherokee is going to give you 15 more inches. So in 2021, this was the first year and the only year yet that they've made a longer Grand Cherokee. That's why we personally bought it, just because it fits our family's needs more. We're a family of 5. All right, so let's talk trunk space. This trunk has a push button. I don't want to show you the license plate. Trunk space is about 17.2 cubic feet, which is actually less than last year's Grand Cherokee that's not even an L, not the long one. So you are limited on space back here. So something that we put in ours that help out, just it's like the little things, is we have these hooks to hold some groceries. We have more hooks on the seat behind me, the driver, and also, if you don't have 2 kids back here, you can always push one of these seats forward and it creates an L of cargo space. But I'll show you the space we have right now with them both being in the back seat. So what we do is I put the seat forward, and then you have this big open area for anything like groceries. And then we also have these little hooks right there. So you're probably wondering, this is an L, so they give you 15 more inches than a normal Grand Cherokee. Where are those 15 inches if it's not in the trunk? It's all in the seating area. So if you're with all adults, or if I go on a girls' night, the car is very comfortable. In the back seat, you have quite a bit of legroom. I'm 5'7"-ish, 5'8", and there's a good amount of legroom. So with our car seats, we were shocked at how much room the kids still have with the car seats in. So the 15 inches isn't for the cargo space, it's not for the trunk, but it's more of just being comfortably seated. I have a ton of room in front of me. Like, I have a lot of space around me. The kids in the back are comfortable, and even if there weren't car seats in the back, the person behind me would have the same amount of space behind me. So for a 3rd row, they have a very comfortable amount of space. This is our short little drive test segment, and The car stops on a dime. It has lane assist, so if you are veering off the road, it will help you get back on. You can turn that off if you want. The lights on the car are super bright. Like at night, I can't believe how well I'm seeing without the brights even being on. Love that. Love that it's 4-wheel drive. It's the winter here in Michigan, and I drove in a blizzard, never slipped one time. I do not like driving in the winter, and this made me feel so safe. And what else? It does have a sports mode. You can shift with like stick on the steering wheel. Very smooth ride. The acceleration is super good on this car. Way better than my old car. I feel like I'm in a sports car when I'm driving this because of how fast it is at accelerating. This car also has blind spot detectors, which is really nice. This car makes it so easy with Google Maps being displayed on the TV, with your phone, being able to use your phone without using your phone and not being distracted. You can actually still mute. I don't know if this is normal. You can mute on the screen. If your kids are being really, really loud or somebody's screaming and you don't want the other person to hear it, I've muted it a couple times because things can get loud in this car. So that's been really nice. We're talking miles per gallon. We're gonna get up to 19 in the city and 26 in the highway. We interrupt this car review for some important information. This is just a heads up and a reminder that we're taking this car from Michigan to Orlando and back in February. We're going to Disney, and I'm gonna be vlogging everything. I'm gonna be vlogging tips and tricks on Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. I have done some heavy research on TikTok, Pinterest, and Google on what the ins and outs are and what are the things that are kind of hidden that nobody really knows of, that only the pros know for Disney. So we've never been, but I have a binder full of information that I'm going to be sharing with you guys on this channel. Also, we're going to be road tripping with a 1, 2, and 3-year-old, so I'm going to be bringing you along on that process, and just some things that I did that I think are going to really make our trip a lot easier. I went to Dollar Tree and I got a ton of different things for each of the boys and for my baby girl, and I have baskets designated for each kid. Then I'm going to be bringing one toy out every hour that is mess-free, easy, that's going to keep them entertained and excited throughout the whole trip. I also have some easy DIY games planned, and just bring you along on the whole process. We'll be doing Disney vlogs of just each park. We'll be doing an Airbnb. We found an Airbnb that is kid/baby proofed, pretty much. There's a baby gate to the stairs. There's a baby gate so they can't get out to the pool, so that's really safe. There's a small yard. It's awesome, and it's only 14 minutes away from Disney. So if you're wanting to see where we're staying and all of that, I'm vlogging everything, so subscribe to this channel if that's your type of thing. All right, so now that that's done, let's get back into the car review. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about a couple things that this doesn't have to offer. There is no sunroof. That may be a deal breaker for some. I don't mind it at all. I actually didn't really like the sunroof in the Acadia because the sun would come down. It was just another area where the sun was hitting me, and it would hit the kids' eyes too, and I didn't really like that. The TV, there is no TV in this car. That may be a deal breaker, especially if you're a mom. That's a big thing for moms. My Acadia did have a TV, and my own personal experience with TVs has not been good, and I was relieved to not have a TV in this car. It became a begging thing where the kids were asking to play it all the time. I was going to my mom's house, to the grocery store. I was kind of using it as a tool to just not communicate with my kids, which there is zero judgment being passed, because as a mom, we need to do what we need to do to keep ourselves sane. So if that's putting a movie in to get the kids to be quiet, there is absolutely no judgment, because I do that in my own house. So, but as far as my car, I think this is a better option for us to have more intentional conversations and not me just kind of put a mute button on them. Again, that's very personal, so if you wanted a TV in your car, this is not going to be the choice for you. Cargo space, there are ways to get around to getting more cargo space like I've shown you. You can get these hooks. You can get a mount on your car where it can hold luggage outside of the car. You can get a luggage mount on top of your vehicle. That's if you're going on vacation, you need that extra space. But this, as a family of 5, this is going to do it for us. I feel confident that just doing our normal errands with like our stroller and groceries, this is going to do just fine. And again, we do have our Florida trip coming up, and we will have a mount on the back of our car, and we will have this probably packed to the brim. So you can stay tuned to see how we kind of manage taking our whole family in Florida and how this does. All right, and to show you guys a little bit more that this car has to offer, you come in, and we chose the bucket seats instead of the bench just because we wanted a walkway for the kids. This seat can just go down like this, and that's when we put a blanket over this so the kids can just hop on and just get in their seats. And then also these seats can hold the car seats and still move forward. So if you wanted a walkway through here, you can do that. So this car, this seat would have to move forward or not be as reclined to do that. But this, if we wanted our 3-year-old to just walk back, it can move forward, which I thought was really cool. All right, so this is what the back looks like with all the kids in. We have my 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old. And everybody fits really comfortably, and we have a huge area right here. Big area of just where we could put anything, groceries or anything like that. And then we also have the trunk. There's not a lot of trunk space, so this is really nice. We did have my 2-year-old in this bucket seat right here, which made it an L of cargo space, like his seat was down, so there was more storage by our 3-year-old. But we liked this setup better. We're going on a Disney trip to Florida soon, so we liked that they could sit next to each other and watch a movie and have the tablet like right over here that they can both watch. Thank you guys so much for making it this far in this video, and this is a reminder, we're taking this to Orlando, from Michigan to Orlando. We're going to be showing you some Airbnb reviews, Disney reviews, some tips and tricks that only the pros know of Disney, and making it very user-friendly for all you moms out there that are feeling a bit overwhelmed with trips or road tripping with little ones. I'm going to be trying to help you guys, so I need all the help I can get, and so I'm learning from other people around me, so I'm going to help you too. So if that's your type of thing, subscribe to this channel, and we're bringing you along on our trip. And like always guys, subscribe and like and comment, interact with this video. Do you have a Jeep? Do you love your Jeep? My husband's actually had 2 Grand Cherokees prior to this car. So we love Jeeps. I've always wanted a Jeep, and I finally got one, and I can't believe it. I'm so thankful. So we will see you guys again next weekend with a new video. Bye.